So,
Welcome to the filler episode before we all eat pizza.
got anything interesting to talk about?
Pizza.
Pizza.
There you go. This is how it's supposed to work. That's how slides are supposed to work.
What? What did you do?
I slid.
What have you done?
The correct way.
Sort of.
As
Correct.
in from the top instead of the bottom.
What do we talk about?
Oh,
Pizza. I already said.
this is gonna be the welcoming committee episode. When the people come in, they're gonna be seeing me playing Ratchet and be, oh my god, this is Ratchet and Clank, and yes, it is. Yes, it is. In other news, Notpron is a thing that exists.
Notpron.
Yes, it's a series of internet riddles. It gets really,
Obscure.
Obscene?
Vague.
okay. It's called Notpron, so it has absolutely nothing to do with porn whatsoever, which is a good thing, because that would be sad.
Why'd they call it that then?
I have no idea. Either way, the idea is that you're supposed to solve like a whole bunch of riddles in order to get to the next webpage, right?
Oh.
So, like, for example, the first puzzle the first puzzle that they give you is a door, right? You're supposed to click on the door to get to the next webpage. And the second page is another door. Except when you click on the door, it says the door is locked. So what you have to do is go to the URL and type level 3 and replace level 3 with level 2.
Level 3 with
Level 2 with level 3, okay? So I've gotten all the way up to 21, and then I gave up because then I realized that he made over 100 riddles for this.
Oh god.
And they get really, really, really unfair. Like, number 20 in particular, number 20 is a picture of like binder paper, right? And he has all these symbols written on it. And what the symbols are is wingdings. So you're supposed
Fucking wingdings.
You're supposed to translate it into English.
Yeah, and you can't like access it. You actually have to figure out which symbols are like the wingding symbols, or which wingding symbols, right? And then you have to click on the certain area on the. You have to click on the Windows logo he drew on that, right? And that brings up the password and the username and password to access the next web page. And then you have to type in what you put in wingdings.
In wingdings?
No, in English.
English,
yeah,
okay.
It's just that it's in wingdings when he does it. Also, these boxes are actually disappeared now. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh well.
Even those four?
Even those four.
Even those four that are blatantly visible?
Yeah.
Oh, they're still there?
Oh, they're here.
It's only those four.
Yeah, it's only those four. Those four are my only friends.
Why have all the other ones disappeared?
Oh,
That's
there's
the wrong
two
jump.
more.
That's the wrong jump. I'm supposed to... There we go.
What?
And now I clicked on top of it somehow? Okay.
Okay, those two reappeared.
Mm-hmm. All the...
Oh, there's a block there.
Yep, and there's a couple up there. I can't reach that though. But I can break them.
Get some of them bolts.
Yep.
So why have some of these just stopped appearing?
I have no idea. Maybe it's because I actually haven't done the actual race and they didn't spawn properly.
Maybe.
But now that I'm here, I might as well continue doing this, because doing the race again is going to not make things work again.
It's just broken forever now.
Yep. Yeah!
Yeah!
Woohoo!
What's...
These games. So anyway, like, a few other notable ones. Number, I believe 17? I don't remember the numbers, but there's one where you have to download an MP3 file.
Damn it.
Right?
Okay.
You have to download the MP3 file, and then convert that,
What?
And now you're racing.
What?
what?
What? What?
You're racing now.
Okay.
What?
Either, what I was about to say, there's another riddle where you have to download an MP3 file, right? and then use that MP3 file, then convert that MP3 file into a JPEG.
Oh.
What?
I've seen that kind of thing before.
No!
It's MP3, but it's actually an NES ROM.
Yes.
And it's not any NES ROM, it's a bootleg.
And then there's one.
Yeah, like, aren't there video game cartridges that are literally just cassette tapes? Or something like that?
There's one Puzzle 11. What you're supposed to do is that the picture, it's level 11, but the picture says number 12 on it. So you're supposed to go into the source code. Go into the source code, click on the JPEG screen 12, right? And then change that, and then go to the URL and type 11, and that gives you the JPEG for the. That gives you the JPEG for the password and username for the next web page. It's actually really interesting. Like, the idea is like, once you get to number 7, they expect you to go to source code for every single like riddle now.
They expect you to be lead hacksaw.
Yeah. I mean, it's like really funny. Let's see if I can remember more. There's also a.
Ooh, new best time.
It isn't though. It's just new best time for this session.
Oh.
What I'm trying to say is that I have enough both for the R.Y.N.O now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the I'm trying to think of other riddles. Let's see. I keep saying that. There's one riddle where you go to the source code, right? And the source code gives you like, there's this riddle. Basically, if you look into the source code, you get there's a couple words on the screen that's like a poem, right? And in the source code, the embed for the letters in the web page is like surrounded by a whole bunch of knots and stuff.
Oh.
So what you're supposed to do is take the letters in between the knots, and if you do that, you'll form a secret passcode that says "Turn me on" or something. Oh, he died when he collided with the wall. That was weird. So it's a whole bunch of shenanigans. This is basically what I'm trying to say.
Sounds like it.
Yep. Let's see if we can figure out others. There should be one where... Yeah, there's one that makes you use... There's one that's a picture of like the previous 15 puzzles that you did, right? And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to remember the username and password for the ones that you entered the username and password into, right? And then they give you a number. So basically, the number represents the position, the position of the username that you put in. So like, if the username was voodoo, and it said 4, then you had to write down D. Right? Because that's the 4th letter in the word voodoo. Right? But if it has the hashtag symbol the hashtag symbol in front of it, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to figure out what letter of the alphabet that is in, and then count backward from Z.
Oh god.
So, and then that forms the username and password for the next one.
So it's like the impossible quiz, but on steroids.
Basically, it's in web format. Basically, it's just that, but in web format.
Great.
Nice shot. All right, now for the piece de la resistance. Let me get to my quick select and remove a thing.
What don't we need?
We don't need any watchdogs over here.
Do we need the trespasser?
Oh, we can't remove anyway.
That is huge.
This thing is heavy. Yeah, try carrying it around in your trench coat for 2 months.
Thank you, sir. We'll be sure to tell everyone about your service.
No doubt.
Listen, clerk. If you tell anyone what you saw, what we talked about.
Do I even have to say it?
You two have a nice day.
You dudes have a nice day. So now we have 661 volts. We don't have full ammo because he scammed us.
Of course.
Right? But you click the button once, and then everything on the screen dies.
Even if it's not locked on
Even if it's not locked
to anything.
on. Yep.
Wow.
It's basically if you multiplied the Devastator by 5 and made each rocket do
Automatically.
Oh dear.
and made each rocket do seeker missile damage. So that's the first. So that's Ratchet 1's R.Y.N.O, the best weapon in the game, and that's about it because it's basically not interesting anymore after that.
But it'll still rip you a new one.
Yep, it'll still rip you a new one, but it's not as interesting as ripping you a new one in the later games.
Yeah, there's even Overture in one of them. It's the best thing ever. Makes you feel American.
American.
It's got like ever since Arsenal, Up Your Arsenal, like what the R.Y.N.O did was actually make everything on the screen disappear.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually everything?
yeah. They
Like background and stuff too?
It's basically what happens in Up Your Arsenal, right? You have the R.Y.N.O 3, which is basically the same thing as the R.Y.N.O as the first R.Y.N.O, but like more cooler looking, right? Except when you finally upgrade it, when you finally put enough hours into the game to upgrade the weapon to all the way, it becomes the Rhinocerator. Now, what the Rhinocerator does is that actually, wait, let me backtrack a bit, okay? First, when you upgrade the R.Y.N.O 3, it becomes the R.Y.N.O V1, V2, V3, V4, right? Before upgrading to the Rhinocerator. When it gets to around V3, I believe, what starts happening is that your missiles start to evaporate enemies.
Oh.
Like, if it hits them, your enemies like become laser evaporation.
Disintegrated?
Yes,
Oh
disintegrate.
dear.
Right. And then you get to the fully upgraded Rhinocerator. What happens with the Rhinocerator? Your missiles no longer lock onto enemies, but instead they curl up into a ball and make the screen go all whitey. And then there's no enemies anymore.
So it's a nuke, but it doesn't kill you.
Yeah. And then there's also the R.Y.N.O in Size Matters, the PSP game, right?
Okay.
In that one, when you fully upgrade it, like the flavor text changes. Like it's the regular R.Y.N.O except it has a little.
I got some great bargains for you.
Except it has a little extra put into it, into the rockets. So now every time you fire the weapon, it makes everything on screen take damage and disintegrate, as well as shooting the missiles.
Which also do damage and make them disintegrate.
Yes.
So it's OP beyond OP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're gonna need a whole new tier of OP to categorize it.
Yeah, they don't make weapons like that anymore in video games. It's kind of sad. Like, you don't have rage, you just don't have, like, overly silly instant kill death machine weapons anymore. They just don't make them.
Maybe you can get one commissioned
Maybe get one commissioned.
for a video game.
Yeah. Also, the downside with every R.Y.N.O, I believe, is that you can't pick up ammo for it from boxes. You have to buy it, and it costs 20 a piece.
Yeesh.
It's not too terrible.
It's not exactly. You can make up for a single ammo in one click. It's basically the most efficient weapon at that point. Like seriously, watch this. Oh,
And that was just one?
oh, he survived. We'll kill him along with these toads.
Well, there's your 20 ammo. Or 40 ammo in this case.
Well, like 2 ammo. It's just 40 bolts.
40 bolts.
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't brain.
How does English work again?
There's a lot of momentum in Ratchet, in this Ratchet game in particular. It's gone in the PSP version because they have to make room for silly 360 hyper strikes, but in the PS2 games, and probably the PS3 games as well, but I haven't checked. There's a lot of like momentum, like continuation you can do, not just the
Preservation.
Yeah. Like if you like long jump after a long jump, the next long jump will be further than the last. It's pretty hard to do. And
Good job.
anyway, to make everything disappear, right? Oh, come on! You prioritize the frogs over the people with the missile launchers.
Yep.
Missile launchers. It's just a gun.
Also because they're closer.
Yeah. Oh, why did I do that? I forgot. I can't get ammo for this gun because it's too.
It's too OP.
And it hit one of the toads over here.
I was about to say it only rips new ones of whatever it can see, but
It clearly ripped that one a new one.
there
Hello,
goes my
single enemy.
there goes my theory.
Hello, single enemy that gave me 1 bolt. You are definitely worth the purchase. Yep.
Killing stuff is purchasing them now?
Yes, haven't you heard? New world order.
New World Order.
Yep.
New World Order.
New world order. Rip things a new one. So basically, we're almost
New
done
ones
with the
will
game.
be ripped.
Yep.
Let's see. Got Wii U.
No trespassing, new people will be ripped.
Yeah. That reminds me of something, but I forget what it is exactly. Oh well. Probably not an important thing.
No trespassing, trespassers will be shot. Survivors will be shot again.
I can get that guy.
Stragglers will be shot a 3rd time.
This ride is not for people older or younger than 12. Oh wait, this ride isn't for 12-year-olds either. Sonic games.
Sonic games.
I think they know their needs now, so they just go whole hog with it.
Whole hedgehogged.
Yeah, whole hedgehog.
Oh, they do have a Twitter account.
Robotnik makes a reference to that, doesn't he? And somehow gets paid to post memes on Sonic's official Twitter account. Good job. Good job, one.
Don't fly
Good
off
job,
the edge.
Mighty Number 9. It's better than nothing.
Oh yeah, they did say that.
Wait, I can do this. Oops.
No, you can't. You fail.
Oops.
They also mentioned that something will be there for you anime fans on prom night.
Mighty Number 9. Let's talk about that for a second, shall we?
I saw reviews of it. They weren't stellar.
It's not
What is
exact.
it?
At least 7 out of 10, basically. I won't go higher than... I personally won't go higher than 6, because... Anyway, I personally won't go higher than 6, because it's a really... It looks like a really, really old game. Like... Even if it was on a smaller budget, I would probably rate it no higher than a 6, because it really does look like an old game. Like, the explosion and fire effects are very reminiscent of, like, Diablo. And not like Diablo anything else, just Diablo.
Just the first one.
Yeah.
What did fire look like in the first Diablo?
Probably better than they did in Mighty Number 9.
Okay then! What does fire look like in Mighty Number 9? Because I haven't seen it.
Shit.
Crap!
It looks like that?
Basically, let's see. What's a good comparison? Like, Monster Hunter's fire effects are better than that, to be honest.
I have several questions as to how they screwed it up.
I'm just trying. Let me think for a second. Which game is unabashedly bad?
Sonic 06?
No. Even if Sonic 06 had fire effects, they would at least be better. Because they're actually not good. I'm trying to remember the name of that like tank MOBA. You're basically anime people who are like prone forever, and you're shooting at other anime people.
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
It's an MMO. It's probably like Battle Tanks or something. Not Battle Tanks. It's like, who the fuck knows? Basically, it's an MMO where you're an anime character with a gun, and your gun shoots like an artillery, as opposed to anything else.
It just shoots out an artillery full of tanks and everything?
It shoots artillery, including ninja stars, electricity bolts, and refrigerators.
And refrigerators.
Huh? How does that...
Basically, it's like, each weapon has different stats and shit like that, and you can upgrade it with crystals if you buy the crystals with actual money and whatever. It's free to play though, whatever. So, I went on it for a couple hours and then got off, because then I realized it was free to play. But, like, the idea is, if you can imagine, like, the concept of something hitting something once and then disappearing, that's basically Mighty Number 9's fire effects.
Oh.
There's not really a good word to describe it. It's like it's there and then it's gone forever.
What the
Success,
Huh?
I think.
Yep, there you go. Hello?
Eh?
Nope, you're
No,
dead.
I'm dead.
Through the guard.
Fuck this. I'm not gonna death glitch anymore.
Good idea.
It takes that to make you not do it?
Yeah, it takes an annoying amount of frustration. It was funny, but now it has to go.
Time
Are you at full ammo now?
Yep. What was once a meme shall never not be a meme.
Time for real random hours?
Yep. I've been playing. Yeah. Ever since Monster Hunter Generations come out, I've been playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite because I finally got a working charger for my PSP again.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. Because those things, they break, like, too easily.
Like, 2 of those missed.
Do they break as easily as apparently the Chromebook at high school screens do?
Probably not, because Chromebooks are a piece of shit, but...
Yeah. Did you ever get to see the effect of modern abstract art that broken screens make?
Yes, because I did break my screen once.
Oh. Was I one who fixed your Chromebook at some point?
No, it was my own laptop.
Oh.
The screen, like, I woke up one morning and I found that the screen had cracked, so that everything was purple. When I opened up my computer. So... And, like, everything but the screen works, so I could just, do things except look at things. So...
Yeah. I've already mentioned some of the crazy things I've seen with the school's Chromebooks.
Also, for some reason, this R.Y.N.O is glitched. It's supposed to log on to multiple targets, but only one shows up. Huh. It might be that I have to log on. Give me a second. No. Huh. Either way, I broke my LCD screen, right? So I got a broken laptop that we had around lying in the house. I took off the screen from that and I replaced it with mine.
Yep.
It worked perfectly fine. And it's like, wow! I'm so glad I don't own an Apple computer.
Yeah.
Because you can actually do that with not Apple computers.
Yes, it's amazing that our technology uses interchangeable parts.
Yep.
And doesn't lock everything behind a monopoly.
Hint, hint.
Wow.
Hint, hint, Apple, hint, hint.
it's really despicable that Apple gets to do that, and then they don't get like, you know, they don't get like trolleyed out of the mainstream appeal. It's just, I get user friendliness. I get user friendliness, and I get that most people don't own a computer. But the people who don't own a computer can just, you know, they can just, you can teach them how they can at least like have someone else fix their computer and not go to like dedicated Apple professionals and waste money. Like,
or you could just get them a Chromebook because they'll be simple enough to do probably what they want.
like the idea is like interchangeable. The reason interchangeable parts exist is that multiple
when
things
one breaks, you don't have to replace the whole thing.
When one breaks, you don't have to replace the whole thing, and that it can work for everything. So.
And then you have Apple computers where that's not really an option.
Like they made it like they had universal. Oh, it's not working anymore. Anyway,
What is?
the turn into giant Clank transformation button?
Oh.
Like the whole point of like, ooh, there's bolts here. The whole thing about what was I trying to say now? Like, it's easy to break. It's easy to fix when something breaks. Like, just replace it, and it works for everything. Like, Apple once announced that they had like that they finally integrated universal USB ports, right? And it turns out that their universal USB ports
Are not universal?
Yeah, they made the ports curved so that normal USB ports can't get into it, even though it's like you can technically fit it in if you like break your computer more.
Just learn how to carve plastic.
Yeah, basically.
That's totally something you want to do.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Oh, fuzzball.
Hey there, Fuzzball. That guy no longer shows up in any other games.
Oh.
It's a sad day for... It's a sad day for Gadgetron Alligator Man. My foot is cramped, is giving me so many pins and needles.